we are gathered here this glorious day to educate you about the future of the past. The ubiquitous, the all-important memory. Computer memory!
Why should I care?
Because without memory, you would have to do everything all over again. All over again. Memory. So, in a computer we have a CPU, Central Processing Unit, and memory. CPU is very, very fast, 3 gigahertz. With the memory, it's very, very slow. And the problem is the memory cannot give the CPU fast enough. So we got to fix the memory. Introducing DRAM versus Flash.
Everybody calls you Flash, but that name's a lie. Cause I'm faster than you by 1,500 times. Can you fetch me information about that new movie rating? Oh yeah, I'm still waiting. Might I bring up the issue that you have cross-talk, or that unwanted coupling leads to deadlock? Sure, you may be dense, but you're scaling slow. I'm stacked so high, and you're stacked real low. I'm simpler to building 2 plus 2 equal 4. I only need a transistor and capacitor. The transistor pushes charge on and on, so storing stuff is easy, just like your mom. You're having trouble getting smaller, it's not a lie. It's probably because you can't shrink your oxide. Electrons keep tunneling, there's not much you can do. Then give it up, DRAM has beat you.
Dynamic random access memory uses a capacitor. Charge is stored onto the capacitor. When charge passes a certain charge threshold, the bit can be read as a 1. Otherwise, if the charge stored does not reach this threshold, then the bit can be read as a 0. The main advantage to DRAM is it's fast due to its direct transfer of charge.
However, it's also very expensive to fabricate and volatile because its capacitor leaks charge, which requires it to constantly refresh in order to maintain accurate bit storage.
Say you may be simple, but that ain't the whole story. Cause every time you read, you rewrite, it's mandatory. All this refreshing can get really annoying. Oh, you forgot already? I said it's annoying. 2 or 3 on my arm, can't resist my charm. Someone sound the alarm. I've escaped the silicone farm. Had electrons in my gate, so my charge don't fluctuate. Better storage than a hard disk. It changed with my hard.
In a normal transistor, you have a gate, an oxide, a source, and drain. Applying a large positive voltage to your gate results in electrons traveling from your source to drain, which results in a bit storage of 1. Applying less voltage means less electrons traveling, which results in a bit storage of 0. However, in a flash memory transistor, you have an addition of a floating gate. Applying a large positive voltage to your control gate in this instance will result in electrons traveling from your source to drain, but will also result in electrons tunneling from your substrate through your oxide and into your floating gate. This is called the hot electron effect, where electrons with a kinetic energy higher than 3.1 electron volts tunnel to the floating gate and are stored there. More electrons in their floating gate results in a bit storage of 1, while less electrons results in a bit storage of 0. How do you get less electrons, you might ask? You just apply a large negative voltage to your control gate. Flash memory has the following advantages. It is non-volatile due to its use of the hot electron effect. It is also inexpensive and can store multiple bits per cell.
However, flash memory has the following cons. It is slower to read and write, and it has slower scaling because in a thin oxide, electrons will tunnel from substrate to the floating gate when they're not supposed to. It also has a limited number of erase and writes.
I'm inexpensive DRAM like a night with your mom. You think that you're denser, but you know that you're wrong. I'm out here making moves, my electrons hot flow. You're stuck in preschool cause you read so slow. You're fast in theory, but you really slow to run. I store 2 bits per cell while you only store 1. And soon I'll be able to process 3 bits. If you don't believe me, just ask ITRS. Because of my floating gate, charge is here to stay. There's no need to refresh 10 billion times a day. You're volatile DRAM, you need the power arm. Watch me turn off the switch, now you're all gone.
Shut up, you two, and listen to my word line. You make me so cross and you still won't meet my deadline. I'm 1,000 times faster at handling these bits. So DRAM and Flash, you can call it quits.
3D Crosspoint is constructed by slicing submicroscopic layers of material into columns containing a memory cell and a selector. These columns are connected using a cross-point structure that consists of perpendicular wires, enabling memory cells to be individually addressed by selecting a layer on top and a layer on the bottom. The lack of a transistor makes this design cost-effective, and memory cells can be stacked densely in a three-dimensional structure.
I'm 1,000 times more durable, I'm built to last. I see in 3D, you guys are stuck in the past. 10 years in R&D, now I'm ready to chip. You're not ready for the speed, you're gonna need a new chip. I don't need any transistors, so my cost is low. And I don't always need power, I'm non-volatile. I'm good with anything that needs to store something fast. Healthcare, VR, gaming and broadcast. I pack in 10 times more than any of you kids, and I'm gonna phase you all out, cause I'm king on this grid. When it comes to memory, there can only be one. Say goodbye, you two, I just won.